A very good evening to you. The strong gusty winds will tend to ease in the next few hours. Where we've got the rain, this gradually moving away from many, allowing clearer skies to return into the new day. And we'll see the remnants of Storm Ciarán through the North Sea easing in the next few hours. Blustery wet weather into the north and the west for a time as we slide into tomorrow, but also some clearer skies before this system rolls in from the mid-Atlantic come the start of the weekend. It's looking quite a wet start to the weekend across central southern Britain. Quite brisk winds here. Further north, much better, drier and clearer. As for the next few hours, staying quite blustery out there. Strong winds in some spots, but those will tend to ease and the rain will gradually move away from those eastern locations. Just a touch of misty low cloud across the Pennines there. And into the first stages of the new day, blustery wet weather gets going across parts of northern Scotland, Northern Ireland. A few hit and miss blustery downpours further west. Otherwise, well, a little clearer to start the new day. Temperatures a little lower, so a chillier start for those up bright and early. But the compensation will be perfect, cheerful blue skies and some welcome autumn sunshine. Staying quite blustery out there, particularly across the north and the west. And here, more in the way of blustery downpours moving through thick and fast. A bit of a deluge in places, some of these intense, potentially thundery. Whistling through at quite a pace in those brisk and at times gusty winds. But in sheltered sunnier spots, highs of 13 or 14 degrees. Not bad, a big improvement on today for many. Further north, further west, a very different story as we end the week. Those temperatures a little lower, just 11 or 12 degrees. A cooler, chillier feel to the day. See you soon. Good evening to you. Staying windy and wet as we end the week and slide into the weekend. Several hours of pouring, persistent rain to come together with gusty winds and gales. And numerous warnings remain in place, notably for that heavy persistent rain for Scotland and northern England. The rare serious red warning gets re-established for parts of eastern Scotland as we slide into Saturday. Here, exceptional amounts of rain showing little let up. Near 2 months' worth of rain falling in 3 days across eastern Scotland before things improve. And a soaking wet Saturday for most. Further pouring rain to come, blustery, gusty winds before things gradually improve into Sunday. Better, brighter, clearer and calmer. In the next few hours, it stays windy. Strong gusts, damaging gusts with gales accompanying that strong gusty wind will be several hours of pouring, relentless rain through Scotland, parts of northern England into Wales and the West Country. Gusty winds blowing in some hefty downpours either side of this rain. And away from the far southeast, a cooler night, temperatures a little lower than last night. Into the new day, a good deal of misty low cloud and a soaking wet start to Saturday. That rain showing little let up through Scotland and northern England, extending into Wales, parts of the Midlands and into the south and the southeast. Blustery, gusty downpours in those keen and brisk winds. The strongest gusts in the most exposed spots, gales in some locations. The sunshine is short supply and away from the southeast where it will be milder, a cooler, fresher theme. Into Sunday, a big improvement, drier, calmer and brighter.
A very good afternoon to you. A brighter sky giving way as we head through the afternoon. A lot of cloud cover, a good deal of wet weather around for many of us and increasingly windy ahead of Storm Ciarán making its mark in the latter stages of tonight and into the new day. The strongest winds focused across southern counties. As for the earlier satellite and radar picture, any clear sky will be limited. Hefty downpours work their way from west-east in brisk and blustery winds. Steadier rain across northern and eastern Scotland. A touch of wintry weather across the highest ground here. A little sleety with the cold wind from the near North Sea. Temperatures a little lower. Elsewhere, the lively downpours move through thick and fast. Some of the prolonged, intense and potentially thundery. Highs of 14 or 15 degrees. Otherwise, a chillier theme. And through this evening and tonight, Storm Ciarán rolls its way in. An awful lot of wet weather. Steady pouring rain into small hours. And gusty winds, damaging gusts, topping 80 miles an hour or more across the south.
Good afternoon to you. Staying mild and given the time of year, warm for many of us. Temperatures miles above those you'd expect at this point in the autumn. Muggy air in places and Scotland's rain gradually easing in the next couple of hours. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture. We've got very much a split setup this Sunday with cloud cover across northern and eastern Britain through into Northern Ireland. And after an awful lot of rain has fallen across northern Scotland in the last 24 hours, it stays wet up here for a time. That rain slowly easing as the afternoon unfolds. Staying quite cool and blowy here as well, with misty low cloud across the highest ground. Elsewhere, temperatures temperatures above average for this point in October. Highs of 25 degrees or more through the southeast in that hazy sunshine, if a little muggy across those southeastern spots. Elsewhere, a very pleasant day with just a little more cloud. And later, no sunshine before dusk in many locations. Misty low cloud continues to affect parts of Scotland, and here a drier night ahead with some showery outbreaks easing as they drift their way through Northern Ireland and Northern England. The mist, the low cloud and the fog forming across the north and the west come dawn. And away from northern Scotland, where it will be a much cooler, fresher night, staying very mild as the night unfolds. Temperatures not slipping much below 15 or 16 degrees in some urban locations, quite stuffy and muggy for sleeping. A much cooler, fresher feel out there as we head through the next few hours. Cloudy for some, but brighter skies for others, with welcome autumn sunshine. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture. Cloud to the top and tail end of the country. A sandwich of sunshine in between, you could say. And the earlier patchy rain and drizzle across southern counties easing to leave it a little drier, if quite grey and gloomy. Thick, misty low cloud across the West Country and South Wales. And we keep the slightly milder, muggier air across the extreme south. Temperatures of 19 degrees or so here. Elsewhere, a much fresher feel. Temperatures a little more modest. Highs of just 12 or 13 degrees across parts of northern England, Scotland and Northern Ireland, even with the brighter sky, and a few blustery showers into the far northwest of Scotland. As the afternoon progresses, that cloud thickening up, misty low cloud for a time tonight, and the rain moving in from the south. Quite substantial steady rain into the small hours. A soaking wet start for many of us into the new day. See you soon. A very good afternoon to you. Feeling a little fresher out there today, but lovely autumn sunny spells for many, and just a few blustery showers working their way from west to east. This is the earlier satellite and radar picture. Plenty of perky sunshine, particularly across southern and eastern spots. Cloud cover further north and further west, where we've got a few more showers. These rolling through at quite a pace on brisk and blowy westerly winds, working their way from west to east through the afternoon, but there'll be fewer and further between across eastern and southern spots. Here, temperatures lifted to 19 or 20 degrees in sheltered, sunnier locations. Elsewhere, those temperatures more fitting for the time of year, and for many, some late sunshine before dusk, but further blustery showers into the north and the west. Through the night, those showers continue to feed into parts of Scotland. Some heavier rain here come the small hours, skimming the northern edge of Northern Ireland. Just a few showery outbreaks into the west, otherwise drier, clearer and a touch calmer. And for many, a cooler start into the new day.